Hello, welcome back to the M2 Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Ante. Co-host right here is Kyle Heath. Sorry, we missed last week. Kyle was sick. I've been exhausted from work. We need a little bit of a break. It was a dud week. But this week is exciting, so we're back. We're going to be talking about Valve. They basically did a rebuttal to the New York lawsuit over the loot boxes, comparing it to Magic Cards and Labubu. No, that's not a joke. Oversloth. Oversloth. I'm combining Overwatch and Outersloth. So Outersloth is the makers of Among Us. They're doing a new funding agreement with developers, which is pretty cool. We're going to talk a little bit about how Paramount is about to buy apparently all the Warner Brother games, which is shockingly a lot if you aren't really that familiar with Warner Bros. And also, Microsoft is finally going to have a full screen Xbox mode on the Windows 11 PCs by April, after they basically like pivoted and fired everybody. I don't know what's going on. It makes no sense. But how you doing, Kyle? What have you been up to? You sound fine. You sound good. You feeling healthy?
Yeah. No, dude, I feel so much better. Yeah, it was pretty bad last week. Like, I know we had filmed the episode the week prior. And like I felt fine. Like Thursday, I didn't feel as bad. Even Friday, like I didn't feel crazy when I woke up. I was like, I don't feel okay. And then for whatever reason, when the afternoon hit, it was just like all of a sudden, like I could tell, like in meetings, my voice was starting to go, and I was like, oh.
Oh no, that's when you know it's shocked.
And so by the evening, by the time work was done, I'd pretty much like fully lost it almost. So
yeah,
or it was to the point where like I couldn't get out a sentence without a lot of like cracking. Just like it was not good. So, and that continued through the weekend, and even like through most of last week, and then honestly probably like Friday was when it was at a point, like last Friday when it was finally kind of at a point where I was like, all right, like it's getting back, like slowly but surely. And I still have a little bit of like a cough I'm kind of working through, and like my voice is like, it's almost there. It's still not fully back. But I'm definitely, I think within probably the next couple of days, I'll be good. But I mean, at least my talking voice, like you can't really tell anymore. So that's good.
It's really good. You're not the only one to get sick, dude. There's been like people in my work that have gotten sick. Boss missed Monday. I got a coworker that's like his kid, his infant child is sick as well. Like they both got COVID. So there's 100% something going on, and it came down for them last week as well. So yeah, it's not looking good. Got to be careful out here. Watch your hands. Stay away from people.
Yeah, it's bad. Like there's people in my work getting sick too, and it's just there's definitely stuff going around for sure. Like I don't know if it's the flu. Like the thing is, like I know it wasn't COVID because I never lost my smell, unless there's like a COVID strain where it's like that doesn't happen anymore. I don't know, but at least for me, like I don't know.
I'm not know anymore.
It's probably like a flu or something, I would guess. I don't know. It was hard to tell, but at least now it seems to have passed mostly. So yeah, dude. I mean, I just feel
you're feeling good.
Yeah. I mean, I feel good to be good again. Like it's just it. I don't know. It takes a lot out of you, like in general, when you're sick, especially when you lose your voice and everything, because it's like you can't.
Dude, that's the worst.
You can't talk, and it's like, it's just like it just gets frustrating to talk, so you just kind of shut down. And it's like for me last weekend, like it was so bad, I literally went through. We could talk about games I played. I played Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil Requiem. I like immediately went through that kind of on Friday, whenever that released, and I ended up spending I think most of Saturday playing that. And I ended up beating it like I think 14 hours or something like that was like the total I spent with it. And so I mean I pretty much marathoned it all the way through because I didn't have anything else to do.
Say,
so
makes sense.
But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think everyone's saying that if you're a Resident Evil fan, you'll like it. I think it's definitely true. Like it was just it paid homage to a lot of old Resident Evil stuff, like whether it was villains or like set pieces, whatever. Like it revisits a lot of that and some I wasn't expecting. So I think it was done tastefully. It wasn't like over the top or like, oh, this shouldn't be here. Like there wasn't any of that. It was all done, I think, fairly well. So yeah, I mean, I was overall pretty happy with it. And I'll try to avoid spoiler talk, but I will say, like, for those listening, you probably should skip the next like minute if you don't want anything at all spoiled for you. But there is a good and bad ending to this game, which kind of surprised me. And I ended up getting the bad ending at first, but they allow you to go back and like they give you an option after credits roll in the bad ending to say like, do you want to change your decision? Essentially saying like, do you want to go back and do the good ending? And so I went back. I was like, yeah, sure. So I went back and did the good ending. Um, and I was like, okay, this has to be like the canon ending. I mean, I looked it up and it was, but like, yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, this like it wasn't something I was expecting, I think for sure. So it was interesting to see that.
Yeah.
And kind of it's funny that they give you that option. Like I'm sure there's a ton of other games that have done that, but it's like I feel like it's the first one I've done where it's like, oh yeah, you can go back and do the other ending. Like you don't have to watch a video or anything. We'll just let you go back and do it. So
Life is Strange might have that option
yeah, you
where you
might be
could
right actually.
here's the option after you finish to go back in time.
Yeah,
Like that was something you were able, like that was a prompt. I don't think I've seen, but I know people that have done a, like, what they didn't like what happened or what choice they made, so
yeah,
they did a revert save.
yeah, yeah. I've seen a
Yeah,
lot of that
which
too.
is way different, I think, than actual
Yeah,
like, hey, you guys want to check something else out?
yeah. Like it takes effort, right, to like go back and reload the save, but like this was just
Dude,
like, yeah, we'll
100%.
just
Yeah,
like just click a button and we'll put you right there so you can do the other ending. So that was kind of cool.
yeah. It's like get both options. That's cool though.
But
I,
yeah,
I actually really like
um,
that.
yeah. But I mean, overall, like I said, I mean, it's very well done. It's not too long, but like most Resident Evil games aren't. So I wasn't like expecting some like 20-30 hour epic. Like it was kind of just
Oh yeah,
like at the average. I think average time to beat was like 10 hours or something like that for most people, like 10, 12. So that's probably a little
that
longer
sounds
than
about right. One
usual.
of my buddies like kind of grinded through that in about a day and a half. Um, he said it's the best Resident Evil's ever played. It's like definitely his favorite.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
he's a grinder.
it's good. It's definitely worth it. Like it's good. I think I certainly enjoyed it. I don't know. I really like 4. It's hard for me to like rank the Resident Evils, I feel like. And I don't know where
I
I'd
think they're
exactly
all
put this one because they're all like fairly good. I mean, there's not like a bad experience. Maybe like 3, the remake of 3 was like short, but it was still like I don't know, it was well made. It was just not a long game, which I kind of wish it was longer, but also they didn't have much
yeah,
material to work with, so I don't know. It's one of those things. Like I think they're all, especially the remakes, are all good.
yeah. I think for my take when it comes to like different video games and like different games within series of like an IP, each one of them, unless they're like objectively bad, so long as they're good, I think they all have different things that they're good at. I
Yeah,
think that's kind of true for most games within sequels. They get better over time. Like some games might be best for that time when they came out,
right.
not so good now. So it's like the context should fluctuate, and I don't think there should be a best overall because it's sort of an art, right? But
Yeah,
if you have your favorite, I think that's more fair to say. Yeah.
yeah. No, I would agree. That's probably the better avenue. But yeah, dude, like it's good to get a new Resident Evil entry because we haven't had one in years. And I mean,
100%.
and
Yeah.
I enjoyed Resident Evil 8. I know that was kind of like divisive. I feel like for some of the fans, but I really enjoyed it. I went back and played it when they released third person. I played it in third person. And like one of my favorite features about Requiem was the fact that there is a third or first person choice, so you could play either way. And they by default they give you like the main character Grace. They give you her perspective first person because she's very much like you have her very much like horror style Resident Evil 7, that kind of like traditional horror. And then you have Leon, which is like Resident Evil 4, like, fully action for the most part. Like there's some scares, but like it's mainly just like you are literally just Leon going around killing everything. And it's two different dichotomies, and it's just like it's
Yeah.
cool to get that variation. But
That's a good
like,
point. I didn't think.
yeah,
Yeah, I was watching him play it. Like, I never even thought about that being the strategy. You're basically combining. You're giving elements of both games of the past, so that all
yeah,
past players can accept it, and then new players can just look at it and just love it for the story it is, because it can be a standalone story as well,
yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah, and I thought it was paced well. Like there's obviously sections where you play Grace, sections where you play Leon. I would say like the first half of the game is more heavily like on Grace's side. The second half is more heavily on Leon. But I mean, I think even at the kind of the first half, you get to switch every now and then between both of them, and so it's cool to get
Yeah,
the different kind of like it's like,
it's
oh, you've
cool.
been in this really tense like horror scene where you're being chased, and you're trying to get away and like find the like fix solve the puzzle and everything, and they throw you into Leon. You're just like, all right, like I'm just gonna go through here, just like mow them all down, and it's nice to get the variation there. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean that's probably why some people love it so much and why they say it's their favorite because it is a nice like kind of you know it's two games in one really, which is kind of cool. So. Um, But yeah, I mean, overall, very much enjoyed that. Outside of that, I played a decent amount of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 again. I made progress on
Oh,
that.
nice.
Um, kind of hopped into that after Resident Evil. and I think it was like most of my Sunday just playing that. Um, so that was kind of the last week, and I don't know. Going into this week, I've played a couple things. This past like there was like a night or two ago, I tried a construction simulator. It was on Game Pass free, and so my buddy and I were like, let's try it. Um, I was interested. It's kind of interesting how like we didn't play it long, but it was kind of interesting in how like it was actually a little open world, which we weren't expecting, and it's kind of like it was like if you took GTA, took out the violence, and then like a double A studio made it, and the scale was like a tenth of it. It's kind of one of his like so you're just going around like running construction jobs. It's kind of it's interesting. So a little bit of that. I don't know, dude. Like, look, I've been playing a couple like Roblox games as well. Like, just I don't know. There wasn't much else to play, so we're like, what's like some like brain rot Roblox game we could play for 30 minutes? So we can just like hop on various games and just like mess around. So that was fun as well.
That sounds like loads of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the Roblox games like it's crazy detail. I know I mentioned it before on the show, but like there's games you can play where it's like you're playing a legitimate FPS. It's kind of crazy. So there's certainly
I've
a lot
always
of that.
kind of, yeah, I've always tried to sell Roblox to like my friends that have kids that are growing up, and it's like they're gonna play video games eventually. I was like, dude, Roblox might be that game where it's like they can play whatever they want, similar to Fortnite,
Yeah,
because there's so many different things within the game
yeah.
itself. It's really cool.
I mean, I think they're trying to like crack down on safety too. I think we maybe
Oh
talked
yeah,
about that. Like they're trying
we
to
did. Yeah,
make the
yeah,
game safer and like all that. So I mean, it's kind of a good
make
thing.
it kid friendly.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, dude, you look at some of the games. Like, there's some games that's like 400,000 players on at the same time, and like I mean, some of those like Roblox experiences are like, I mean, they're their own
So
games, right?
crazy.
It's wild. They have
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
more players than COD, and it's wild. So, but yeah, I don't know. That's kind of all I played. Like, I know you've been in the trenches, but have you had a chance to play anything? I know you played something, at least over
Well,
the weekend.
yeah, I played COD basically. I don't think I played any Halo. I've been thinking about pulling out the old Xbox. I did it last week. My Xbox kind of died, my old school modded one, which is weird because it's like hard modded, and something happened where it no longer registers the disk drive. And the problem with the old Xboxes are if the disk drive dies, the Xbox dies because it puts you in a lock of the like a glitch where it won't boot up the system if the drive doesn't turn on.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like a protective feature that they put in so like the drives don't eat games. Very weird, I guess. I don't really know. But
Yeah.
there's a way to get around it. I just got to order something from like Etsy or somewhere on eBay. Basically it's a dummy drive. The, I don't need a drive at all.
Oh
A
yeah.
disk drive, by the way, not a hard drive. And yeah, so I'll do that at some point. Not that big of a deal. Did have fun playing some of that. Kind of had fun playing COD. COD is a freaking sweat fest, and I feel like the best team isn't really the one who slays the most in most of the COD games. It's just annoying, I think. Um, yeah, I don't know. The play style in COD is very ratty and it's very underwhelming, I think is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But if I'm having a couple of brewskis, I'm just trying to be stress free and run around and shoot my gun. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
And I'm only talking about ranked here. Like I'll play unranked all day. That's no worries, and I'm frying that. But when I'm playing ranked, it's like, what the heck is going on, man?
Yeah,
Why am I playing
it's hard to keep
against?
up.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I'm like I just got ranked. I'm in gold. I'm not plat, and I'm matching against a full squad of diamonds. What is that? What are we doing?
It's every
Makes
game, man.
this.
I've been I've been seeing posts about like Counter Strike, like people in Counter Strike lobbies, like they'll be like it's like a team of like 15Ks, and then like in Premiere, and then it's like a 15K and like a 20Ks on their team, and then all of a sudden they'll go against like a full team of like 23Ks, and you're like, like this is a huge rank, like
Yeah,
but it's like all 20Ks and then an unranked. You're like, okay, like what's going on? Like the
yeah.
balancing
It's like
across most games is just bad.
it makes no sense. It's like I'm loading into the game and I already know we're gonna lose.
Yeah,
Like, why am I even like my mental is completely chalked because then my mental gets chalked because every time I see it, I'm just like, okay, let's try, let's try, let's try, and then I get massacred exactly how the
yeah.
ranks are set up, and it's like, oh, cool. So I'm supposed to lose. Nice. Like What the hell, man?
Yeah, man.
It's not fun.
Yeah, it's hard.
Rank,
It's so hard to enjoy rank.
yeah, it's obnoxious, I think is the best way to say it. But I did play some of that. That was fun for the most part. What else did I do? I don't really remember. I've been working so freaking much, so I haven't really played very many games. There's like loads of games on my backlog that I want to play. I'm most looking forward to like next week. I will be on a flight for like 5 hours to Vegas and then 5 hours back. I think I'm gonna take the Nintendo Switch and play some Legend of Zelda. I think that
You
might be the
should,
way.
man. You should. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
do
time to play
that
it.
or yeah. I mean, for real. Oh wait, no, I have because I'm preparing for Vegas. I've been playing a buttload of blackjack on like a phone app that I have, and I've been using a VPN, so no ads. It's been very therapeutic, just freaking going through.
There you go.
And my game has always been it's like I'm treating everything like a point system, so it'll give you free bonus points all the time. So I just write down what I start with in a deck, and then I keep track of whether I'm positive or negative on a deck because the decks are accurate. They're like real digital decks.
Oh, okay,
You
nice.
won't see the same card,
Right.
so I'm counting them. Shout out Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey.
counting them uh, only because I know how. I think it is. I'm really good at freaking math, engineer by trade. So
Yeah.
I went by like here's the funny thing. Engineers and physicists and like scientists that do conventions in Las Vegas are notorious for going to Vegas and winning money and you'll see a
Yeah, right.
drop of revenue. Yeah, because it's like they
It
know how
makes
to
sense.
play they know how to play they know statistics.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, blackjack isn't 50-50. There's always a spread, but it's like if you're playing craps, which I was also playing digitally, um, it's like there there are things that you should bet on that will give you more of a coin flip than being the sucker bet of like, oh, I'm gonna bet on Snake Eyes to hit. It's like, dude, that will never hit, and you're gonna probably lose your money. It's like it's
Yeah.
so likely. It's like 1.5% chance or something crazy of that happening.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Is it? No. No. Like I said, I'm good at math, and then I immediately throw it through a loop. I think. Let's find out. Odds of Snake Eyes hitting. Odds of Snake Eyes in craps. I
It's
think.
gotta be insane.
I think it's 1 in 33.
Yeah,
1 in 36.
the house
One in
edge is
36. Two.
crazy.
It's 2.77%. 1 in 36.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, that's the
Oh
thing
yeah,
about those.
36. Yeah, yeah. 12 sides,
Yeah.
right?
Let's think about those horn
Yeah.
bets, man.
6 sides. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like with craps to really succeed, you have to go on like a decent bankroll because you got to be able to fight the waves. Because you're gonna have people that go in there and they have like a 20 roll. You're just like on fire, hitting all the numbers,
Oh yeah.
and then you just have 4 people in a row just crap out. And you're just like, all right, like, and so
Yeah.
it could be discouraging. So
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's about percentages of your bankroll more than it is anything. That's why
mm,
I always focus on the buy-in more
yeah,
than the amount of money I bring in, because it's like I'll usually try to bring like $300, which is
yeah,
just play money. And when I get to a craps table, if I can find one that's $5,
that's what
I
I'm
can be
saying,
there for
dude.
a while and enjoy the swings.
Bro, there was, I don't know if they still have it anymore. I mean, I think there's like Ellis Island or something like that has a casino where it's 5.
Oh
I
yeah,
know,
yep.
I know like O'Shea's, I think on Fremont, if I'm not mistaken. That was one my dad took me to when we were in Vegas. He was like, it's like one of his favorites. I think it's O'Shea's. I forget what it's called.
O'Shea's doesn't do it anymore, but it
Oh
used
man,
to.
because I think when I was there,
Yeah,
I was there in like 2018. I believe they still had $5 tables.
yeah.
When we were there, so yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, dude. Pre the great darkness of the pandemic, Vegas was the place to be, dude. It was sick. Now I've been going to Vegas multiple times a year for like 10 plus years. This time I'm going for the one of my longest friends, like we've known each other since we were 8, his bachelor party. So it's like, dude, let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, yeah, I'm jealous, man. I need to go
um,
back at some point because it's been a while.
yeah. But that's about all the gambling or gaming I've been doing. I've been doing like some sports betting and hitting those. We got the hockey
There you
bets
go.
hitting, feeling good.
There you
But I'm not going full degeneracy. It's like five. I think like literally have been playing around with $20 for the last like 2 weeks.
go. Yeah. Yeah, dude. No,
That's
I mean,
that's that's like 3 sodas at a gas station.
dude, yeah, I don't know. I will say about blackjack though, counting cards. I've always wanted to learn it because like I feel like that's how
I could teach you pretty
like,
easily.
yeah. I mean, I'd love to know because I feel like that's like obviously the best way to make money, to actually try and make money in blackjack. So
Yeah, if you're too obvious, they'll just
I
ask
mean,
you to
yeah,
leave.
yeah, pit boss be like,
It,
all right,
it-
pack it up.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I've been. They also have tricks to like kind of scare people too.
Mhm.
So
I'm
they'll
sure,
like
yeah.
call out your bet that's like very weird.
Yeah,
Where
because like
it's
all of a
like,
sudden, like you haven't hit like 5 hands, and all of a sudden you're like, like, all right, like what's
yeah,
going on?
yeah, and then they'll just be like, oh, triple the bet, max bet over here. Like then the pit boss walks over and watches.
All
Yeah.
right, time to leave. Like, all right.
It's actually a lot easier than people think. You just got the easiest thing you need to know is the first thing you got to know is how to play perfect blackjack. Like, what does the book
Mm.
tell you to do, regardless of what everything else has happened?
Yeah, like,
And
yeah.
then knowing that, and then matching it with knowing what cards are out there or have been out there. It's
Mm.
probably the better way to say it. Then you can basically be like, it skews what the book says in the favor of you.
Interesting. Okay.
Which, yeah.
Huh.
Like I was doing it at 3:30 in the morning with a couple of my buddies. Yes, you know what I was doing. I think we were at New York, and they were yelling at me. They were just like, "What are you doing? You're hitting on stupid shit. They're like, you shouldn't be hitting on this." I'm just like, it's like, nah, man, it's good. It's good. Can I get another Red Bull? Red Bull vodka, please.
Ah, good
They're
times.
just.
Times.
And then I told him, I was like, I don't even know how I'm making money. I was like, I know how I'm making money.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I was feeling some type of way. I mean, one of my buddies, he swindles people at poker because he's been playing poker since he was in like college, and his trick was to get hammered and then play because he has a bad-ish face. But when he's hammered and he's playing, people think that he's always bluffing, so they always call when he's like he destroys them. Yeah, he'll
That's
go to
hilarious.
Aria like at the crack of 2 o'clock and be there until 5. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
Just having a good time, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, ripping off the locals because they think they're ripping off him. All right, let's talk about what else is ripping people off.
Ripping
You're
people
definitely gonna need
off.
the timestamps for this episode. We're 20 minutes in, and we finally get into
Yeah.
the articles.
Hey, somebody's a little shorter, all right? Try and get through them.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
so listen, Polygon's reporting this Austin, Manchester. Just makes you think of Manchester United every time I see the word Manchester.
Dude, I seriously, that's been on my mind nonstop every time I see this. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Like y'all have been showing me the Spurs memes. Yeah. I mean, you know,
Dude, did you watch the video I linked? We need to talk about this after the pod. I hope you watched it because that got me through a pretty bad meeting today at work.
All right. Anyways, Austin, Manchester reports Valve fires back at New York lawsuit over loot boxes, says they're like magic cards and or Labubu. So there you go. Counter-Strike 2 makers shares concerns over asked to implement invasive tech, customer privacy. Which I don't know. This article might talk about it. I hope it does. If not, I'll share at the end. But let's get into it. Last month, Valve was sued by New York State Attorney General Tita James over the game maker's implementation of loot boxes in its games like Counter-Strike 2 and Team Fortress 2, calling them quintessential gambling in the complaint.
Yeah.
Valve has now published a response to the lawsuit, arguing that it doesn't believe its loot boxes violate New York's gambling laws. Shared on Steam, the statement expresses Valve's disappointment at the NYAG declaring its loot boxes an illegal form of gambling, saying, quote, after working to educate them about our virtual items and mystery boxes since they first reached out to us in early 2023, quote, in games like Counter-Strike 2, loot boxes can be given away to players but only unlocked via the purchase of a key. Contents are unknown to the player. They could get anything from a common skin they didn't really want to an extremely rare item that could sell for potentially thousands of dollars on third-party resale marketplaces. The New York Attorney General's complaint states, quote, nearly every user who buys a key and opens a loot box receives a virtual item that is commonplace and worth only pennies, far less than that of what they spent to open the loot box. It argues that people open loot boxes for the same reason they gamble at casinos, the potential of winning a large prize. It's true. It is very true.
It's quite true, yes. It's. I think. Do you think it's gambling? Because I definitely do.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't really participate much in like case opening stuff. Like every now and again, I'll buy a key just to be like,
Yeah.
maybe this is the time, you know. But like, I'm not like I'm not one of those people that's buying $100 worth of keys and then subsequently buying $200 worth of cases to use those keys on. And like, I think a
Yeah,
knife's like a 1 in 400 or something like that to get a knife. And so like,
dude,
even if you buy all
yeah.
that, change might not get one. So, and that's hundreds of dollars just down the drain. I mean, and yeah, no, it is. It definitely is. But, yeah, I don't know. Let's continue. It's hard to kind of like, I feel like it's hard to regulate. I don't know how they do it, but Valve, on the other hand, argues that its loot boxes are similar to tangible products like blind box toys and packs of trading cards. Which, I mean, like, I could understand it, I guess, but like the value is just so much, like the swing is just so different when it comes to these items in game, because like the value can like really like get you a lot of money. Like you could like
Yeah.
pay bills like with the amount of money you could get on some of the stuff you can win. So it's crazy.
I think I heard that that's one of the issues Valve was having was with the loot boxes and the knives in particular and all the different skins. People said that they nuked the entire economy because people are making like a living off of it, and Steam was or Valve was like, no, this isn't acceptable anymore. So from an ethical standpoint, they just decided to nuke the entire market.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, dude, I mean, you're a little bit late to the ball game. We're on CS2 now. You should have
Yeah.
done that about 10 years ago.
Yeah. Seriously. It says generations have grown up opening a baseball card packs and blind boxes and bags and then trading and selling those items they receive. Valve says the company also shares its concerns with the way the NYAG wants to alter its games, namely that the NYAG wants the contents of the loot boxes to not be transferable. They appear to assume digital mystery boxes and items in our games are different from tangible items like baseball card packs, Valve says. We think the transferability of a digital game item is good for consumers. It gives the user the ability to sell or trade an old or unwanted item for something else. In the same way, an owner can sell or trade a tangible item like a Pokemon or baseball card. But again, I think we're playing with
Yes,
like
you're right.
values,
But
and like the value of these things. I think, because this is the thing. Like, and maybe this is a dumb argument, but like there is a cost to going out and finding tangible items like cards, right? Like you either have to go to the store, you have to order it. It takes time. Like the thing about these digital items is they're just instant, right? Like you pay the money, you instantly get it, and you lose it in an instant. Like there's no effort to actually get the item and potentially win something. Like I think there's something to be said about that. Like you just go out
yeah,
and like there's a little more effort for something that's tangible.
I feel like this is a legitimate argument. I mean, if you rule loot boxes as gambling, then you have to also do that with playing cards, whether it's professional, whether it's like Magic the Gathering, even
Yeah,
Pokemon. It's like, holy crap, man. That's actually very true.
yeah.
I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
know how you argue against that.
there's certainly an argument
Yeah.
there. I'm not denying that. So Valve also details ways it has worked to crack down on fraud and theft, as well as strategies to shut down accounts found to be using Valve game items on gambling sites. Valve takes a not so subtle shot at the NYAG toward the end of the statement, saying, "quote We will of course comply if the New York legislature passes laws governing mystery boxes, something it has not done despite considering the issue a few times."
Ooh. Says they ain't doing nothing anyway, so whatever.
Yeah,
Creating a PR nightmare. That's what that says.
saying,
I
"Look,
mean, that
listen,
kind of goes off of what I was saying with Latita James, is it Attorney General?
uh,
What's her title for New York City?
where is her name?" Yeah, Attorney General.
Yeah, New York State Attorney General Latita James. Yeah, so I mean, it's yeah, I kind of felt like when it came out, it was very much a political notice. Like, hey, we're doing something, but not really doing something. You know what I mean?
Which is fair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
weird. Mm.
um, one more little sentence. So they said, "This is only the beginning of the legal battle Valve is preparing to fight in court. The company will also have to contend with a class action lawsuit in Washington that was recently filed. Valve has not publicly responded to the lawsuit filed in Washington." So yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they don't appear to have mentioned what I thought they were going to mention, which is interesting. I want to say it's like I know Germany is one of the countries that does this now, but
Yes.
recently they are going to be implementing essentially X-ray vision. That's the best way of describing it, like on cases, so you can look into the case and see what you're going to get before you open it. That's what they're starting to implement in some countries now. Germany's one of those. It's really funny. Oni Pixel, like famous CS streamer, like he's hilarious. I love him. I get his clips all the time. Um, he's like notoriously known for like opening loot boxes, and like everyone jokes in
Oh
his chat
yeah,
about like how he has a problem and it's like he can't stop. And it's kind of like it's a whole like bit. And so like he was reacting to the news that like, oh, my country's now making it so I can look in these cases, and he was joking about like he's like, Chad, I don't know. He's like, Chet, I might have to move. Like India, US. Like I'm starting to look at my options now. like he's actually like joking about like moving to a different country now. It's so funny. Because it's
it's
like, but yeah,
hilarious.
it's like because that X-ray vision, it kind of rips the fun out of it, right? It's kind of like, all right, like I have to
Yeah,
look at the
it
case, and
does.
it's like, but I like,
Well,
and so it's like I look at this and it's like, okay, like what's like, is there really a solution? Like I feel like there's no way to like really stop it. Like you can't really age gate it. Like at least not from what I
no,
see. Like
I
it's
don't
kind
think
of
so
just
either.
like, I mean, it's kind of just like it comes to the consumer at the end of the day. It's like, do you have the willpower to not spend hundreds on cases and try and gamble? Like I don't know.
Prob it also it's like if you can see through the case in certain jurisdictions, just get a VPN, and like if you're in the US, you switch over to Germany, you get whatever the heck you want. You switch back to the US. Yeah, if you're in the US, you switch to Germany, you come back, and then you sell everything you got in the US like market.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's possible.
Yeah, no. But yeah, it's crazy. But hey, look, Valve's responding. It seems like Valve is like not threatened. It's like, all right, like we're not at all threatened by this. Like, and to your
Yeah,
point, there's probably some political motivation behind it. That's not a serious threat. So it's kind of just like, all right, like, um,
yeah, I think it is kind of political. It is so funny. It's just like, yeah, okay, you said that last time, but you didn't do anything, so whatever.
yeah, pretty
that's
much.
that's
It's
how
like,
it feels.
okay, like, yeah.
Get together, boss.
Yeah. I mean, like this is the thing. I think you can create an argument for either way, right? Like you could say like, oh, it's similar to baseball cards or something like that, and like that's a valid argument. You could also say like, oh, well, there's like kids spending hundreds of dollars and like this is legitimate gambling because you are like spending money to hopefully make more money. Like that's the definition of gambling. So
But
I think like there's arguments on both sides. It's like there's no real winner in my eyes. It's kind of just like, all right, yeah, like you're both right. like
yeah.
like I don't like it doesn't seem like there's a real solution, or at least we can't come up with one anytime soon. So um yeah, I don't see it going away. Um be It'd be interesting to see
No,
if they
we'd
come
have
up
to
with
change
something,
like
but
the
I yeah.
I doubt it. It I mean, it is I never even heard about people using the Pokemon card opening or baseball cards or football card
Boo
openings
boo.
being like a legit comparison, but it is, and never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn,
Dude,
if that's gambling, if loot boxes are gambling, then so is that.
right. I see like on TikTok I've been seeing like I don't know what it is. It's like a squishy like toy thing that apparently
Yeah.
like girls have been opening. They've been buying these and it's like I don't know, it's
Oh,
like
dude.
I don't know what
What's it
I don't
called?
know what it is, but it's like a weird thing and like there's girls literally freaking out because they'll open the little lid off the thing and it's like they got
Yeah.
like a shiny one and they're like, oh my god. And like and it's just so
Yeah.
funny because most of the time you just get like some like dull color. It's like,
All
but
right.
that's gambling, like I guess.
Yeah,
Like
it's IRL loot boxes. When you get those mystery boxes, pay $100 and then you get a mystery box, and it could be like a toilet paper roll, or it could be a skateboard. Like it could be anything.
I mean,
Mhm.
there is fun in that. I think every now and again, it's like, oh, I'll just open one. Maybe I'll get lucky this time. I don't know. Like, um, I
Or
mean,
just put in a parlay, dude. That's how
yeah,
I
there you go.
feel.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a parlay. Um, but yeah, so I don't know. Valve doesn't really care by the looks of it. So
Apparently not. No.
there we go.
We'll see how this all plays out. But let's move on to Outersloth.
To sloth.
Yeah. So this article is over here coming from Game Industry Biz by Alex Forbes. Calvin, what a last name, bro. It's like a two-power name last name. Anyways, he wrote this article called Outersloth Reveals Its Game Funding Agreement with Developers. The Among Us firm argues that transparency is key, it says. So Outersloth, the funding arm of Among Us developer and publisher Innersloth, has detailed its standard contract with indie studios. In a post on its website, the company has published its funding agreement shortly after giving a talk on the topic of the Game Developers Conference. As reported by the game developer, Outersloth takes a 50% revenue share before a project recoups its investment, after which the company takes 15%. While the firm might only fund a game project on certain platforms, it signs for all platforms. The thinking here is that developers will only bring a game to console if the funding is platform specific. Outersloth also says that it is making the title's development possible, so it is unfair to miss out on subsequent deals, per slides of the company's GDC talk. To date, Outersloth has invested $19,161,040 across 24 projects since 2022. That is a lot of money in just 4 years about to be. The company's signing percentage is 1.4%, which it says is slightly above the industry average. In the post on the website, Outersloth's communication director, Victoria Tran, and CEO Forrest Willard wrote that the firm's aim was to encourage other companies to adopt terms that were more developer friendly. This is the thinking behind making its contract public. That's actually a sick idea. It's no different than what I guess Epic Games did and also Xbox did when they found out, was it Steam that was taking like an insane percentage of revenue from
Yeah,
the indie devs where they were
yeah,
like, we don't even want to be here, man.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's good to see transparency being a thing. But continuing on, they wrote in their GDC report, the status quo is often based on what information is publicly available, so we hope throwing our contract into the ring will help shape future conversations. Transparency is key, so hope you enjoy the read. So Outersloth's games funding agreement can be found here in the link of this article. Outersloth was officially announced in June 2024 following the massive successful developer Innersloth saw the social deduction game Among Us. The communications director Victoria Tran told GameIndustry.biz that it has been a really bad open secret since 2022. The outfit is not a publisher and has no plans to take IP rights from developers. In October 2024, Outersloth also secured more funding, and in an industry as private and secretive as the game industry, it is rare to see a company to be so open with its contracts. The only notable example that GameIndustry.biz covers or recalls is when the indie label Raw Fury detailed its publishing contract back in 2021. You can read Game Discover Co's Simon Careless analysis on this right here. So a couple of links in the article that we just read on GameIndustry.biz. We also have the link in our description as well if you want to go check it out. What's your take, man? Good to see a new public contract.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always fascinating to see these. It's not disclosed often, I don't think. I mean, to your point, I think when you look at like Steam, you look at like kind of the engine that runs that. Now it's like 20 or 30% gets taken off top for Steam to publish it, put it on their platform, and then developers, they ultimately get what feels like a small sliver after kind of the publisher takes theirs and Steam takes theirs, and there's
Yep.
a lot of slices of the pie that gets divvied out. So,
They're just getting bullied off of it. It's not good. It's really tough. Feel for them though.
yeah, but I think Outersloth's approach, like they take 50% of the revenue share before the project recoups its investment, and then they take 15 after that. Like that doesn't seem too egregious. So
Yeah.
because especially you're taking most of the revenue up front because it's like, all right, like here's what we gave you, like you can make that back. Like we'll obviously take the big cut of that, but outside of that, like we want you to get more money because you at that point, like you would consider it successful, I would think. So it's like, all right, you have a success
Yeah.
now, like you should get most of it because you actually made something good. So I certainly like that idea. I mean, yeah, I mean over 19 million across 24 projects, like I don't know. It seems like you look at like a lot of the projects nowadays, like especially in the like this is indie space, so this is a lot for like indie. But like you look at like the AAA space, it's like some people probably think like, oh, that doesn't seem like that much. But like I don't know, when you look at the indie space, like a lot of these teams are very small. They don't need much, so
Yeah.
it's like
They
just
don't.
you give them a little bit and they can run with it. So like that's incredible for indie projects because I mean there's a lot of indie developers out there that just struggle to find any sort of funding. So
Agreed. Yeah. It honestly could be their first time ever, first project ever, and they finally have the ability to like not work their main job because
yeah,
the game could be the side hustle. Like
yeah,
people don't understand how difficult it can be out there for them.
yeah.
So
So,
it's
yeah,
really good
like
to see more favorable terms, you know?
yeah. No, for sure. I mean, it's like, yeah, sure, it's like their main kind of passion, their main thing they want to do. And so when you're given the opportunity to do it, and then on top of that, it's like you make something good, like you're really rewarded for it. So it's good to see. Um, Yeah, I mean, like I think Outersloth story is cool though. Like again, it was Outersloth, Among Us. Like that game blew up during the pandemic and became a
It's
huge
huge.
hit, and
It's
so
freaking massive, dude.
it's just like they're sitting on all that money. They're like, all right, like why don't we try and help other indie devs because that's what we were, right? So it's like, that's what they end
Yeah,
up doing.
and
So,
that's actually a good point. Yeah, they probably sympathize way more because Among Us got so freaking big so quick. It like launched at the perfect time, and I think did it win Game of the Year? It probably should have if it didn't. Everybody
yeah,
I knew was playing it. Everybody I knew, like that and Fall Guys were the two that people were just grinding nonstop. I still jump on
yeah,
Fall Guys every now and then. But yeah, it's just good to see that the industry's changing up a little bit, becoming a little bit more protective of the smaller studios.
yeah. I was just gonna say I can't remember last time I played Fall Guys. It might have been 5 years ago. I will not lie. Like,
Whoa, that's crazy, dude! You got to get on there occasionally.
I've been 4 or 5 years. I will not lie. It's crazy to
Yeah,
say
my buddy and I get
2022.
on there occasionally. It's fun.
I just I'll sit here sometimes and I'm like, 2021. That was last year, right? That was
Oh
half a
yeah,
decade ago.
yeah, 5 years.
Like,
Dude.
like what? Like,
That was it.
oh, like
I
what?
was a younger man then. It's good times. Now I'm old as dirt.
Uh, I'm wired and tired. You know they say.
That's a fact.
So
Never drank so many energy drinks in my life, brother.
fridge
Just don't
cigarettes to
have the
get you through
energy
the
anymore.
day. Gotta avoid the
You,
regular
dude.
cigarettes, so we go for the fridge cigarettes.
Oh man, what was that from? That had to be a year ago. Either you or Nick sent me that meme. That was so good.
It probably was
Got
close
it.
to a year at this point.
Maybe it was something I saw. It was like a post. It was like I saw somebody call a Monster Energy or a Red Bull a fridge cigarette, and
Yeah.
I'll
I mean,
never
dude,
call it an energy drink
like
again.
the white monster, it's so fitting. That white monster ultra, like Zero Ultra
Yeah,
Man, it's so fitting. I used to,
one of my
I had a lot of those in college. So
one of my coworkers got diagnosed with some health issues with like diabetes. Now he's managed it and he's like changed his diet
yeah,
and like started exercising more. So it's like it's gotten way better. But yeah, initially it was like he was pretty scared and he was drinking a bunch of Monster Energies. So was I. But what I do is like you probably see me on the pod drinking sodas all the time or drinking energy
yeah,
drinks. I'll drink this and then I'll go get like a 2 liter and freaking chug it. And I drink water like a madman. So it's
yeah,
like, yeah, this is really not good for you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah,
But if I match it with water and make sure I'm properly hydrated, it's like at least I'm helping out the kidneys a little bit, you know?
yeah.
I
No, for
think it's
sure.
about
Because see, that's the
yeah.
thing, right? Like most people, they'll drink the soda and that's all they drink. It's like, yeah,
Oh
like
yeah, that'll cook you.
technically there's water in it, but like that's not gonna hydrate you. So like
Uh,
you need to make sure
it's
you're
gonna cook you, bro. You
like,
gotta drink water.
yeah, like your kidneys will be screaming. So like, yeah, no, you got to, yeah, no,
Yeah,
you gotta drink the water. You know what I'm saying,
dude,
have
you
to.
get kidney stones one time in your life, it's a wrap, brother.
But
It's a
like
wrap.
I'm also realizing too, like if I do drink water, like if I just force myself to drink water, I actually feel better, like legitimately. Like I'll
Crazy concept.
like it's wild. Like, I'm just like I don't
Oh
know. I
yeah,
wasn't like that before, but now it's like if I feel like just off, like I'm just like But then I'm like, oh, I haven't drank water in a while, so I'll just chug some water, and then like 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh wow,
yeah.
hydrated.
Back to normal. Back to
Like
normal.
crazy.
That's half of what it is. And sometimes hunger can be interpreted as thirst. Like
Yeah,
some people mix it up too. I don't know. It just depends on how people are like in their body and what they feel. You know, it is what it
yeah.
is.
You gotta pay attention to
Yeah,
your inner core.
yeah. Listen to your body, man. All right, let's
Stop
keep it going.
that.
Let's learn some more about some other studios trying to do some big moves.
You should listen to Paramount
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, this is the thing. Everybody, Paramount could own all these Warner Brothers studios, the Warner Brothers game studios soon. It's from Eddie McCutch and Darren Bointheus. That's probably not correct, Darren. I'm sorry, but hey.
Close enough for me. I probably would have said the same thing. Bonice.
Appreciate y'all. Eddie and Darren over at GameSpot reporting this. Netflix had a deal in place to buy Warner Bros. Discovery, including its gaming assets. However, it appears Paramount will prevail after Netflix refused to bid higher. The focus on the proposed deal was $31 a share, has been on everything but video games. Paramount could gain a significant foothold in the video game industry by acquiring Warner Brothers games. Paramount is already involved in gaming by way of the upcoming Call of Duty movie, and its CEO, David Ellison, is a gamer. Warner Bros. Owns several major studios, including those responsible for hit games such as Batman Arkham series, Mortal Kombat, and Hogwarts Legacy. Things have been turbulent behind the scenes lately, with big flops like Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and the cancellation of the long in development Wonder Woman game, and the closure of Monolith Productions. More recently, focus has been put on games from 4 established IPs: Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Mortal Kombat, and DC. In May, we'll see the release of the Traveler's Tales Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and Avalanche Studios is reportedly working on a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy. WB management has also alluded to big games coming in 2027 and 2028. Among the big studios are numerous developers under the Warner Bros. Games umbrella, responsible for several big games across multiple platforms. Here's a closer look at the video game developers that Paramount could take complete ownership of next year. Shall we dive in, Mike?
Let's get it.
Portkey Games. Portkey Games is a publishing label that handles all games set in the Harry Potter Wizarding World franchise. You best believe Hogwarts Legacy 2 is coming in there. I actually heard, I also heard a thing that Hogwarts Legacy 2 could potentially have like a multiplayer piece and a single player piece. Like they'll have the single player campaign. There could be some multiplayer aspect to it, so something to think about.
Wasn't that the original concept of what they were trying to do with Hogwarts Legacy?
They
were definitely trying to have Quidditch, at least part of the multiplayer.
Yeah.
And they should also have dueling. That would be cool.
That'd be sick.
That could probably be like a crazy sweat fest. Get real toxic.
Get real crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm so curious to see what they're gonna do with Hogwarts Legacy 2, because if they do a multiplayer, I'm like, is that gonna be successful? I don't know. I just hope the single player is as good as the first. That's all I hope.
Yeah.
Portkey Games, Avalanche Software. Talk about that. Founded in 1995, Avalanche Software worked on numerous games like NFL Blitz and Disney Infinity Toys to Life series. Eventually closed by Disney in 2016, Warner Bros. Acquired the studio and reopened in 2017. Its first release under Warner Bros. Games was Hogwarts Legacy, #1 best-selling game in the US for 2023. It's kind of insane. Like you look at Avalanche Software and you're like, the games they made before, it's like you wouldn't expect Hogwarts Legacy after like what they made before. It's kind of crazy.
No, but that game kind of took over the world. I mean, Hogwarts Legacy, the Harry Potter franchise is so freaking popular, man.
Yeah.
It's all over the place, and it's a Disney product as well now. So it's like, is it? No, it's Warner Brothers product. My bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
wait, what am I talking about?
There's a lot of speculation around like where Hogwarts Legacy 2 would fall as well, with HBO releasing the Harry Potter series, I think like 2027.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right.
That's coming up next year, and so there's a lot of people saying like, are they going to try and release it in tandem? Would they possibly do something like Fallout did, where they try to tie the show into the game? Like,
yeah, it's like, how does that work?
Like, are they going to plan something like that? So there's a lot of rumors floating around about how they may approach it. But I'm curious to see that series. I may have to watch that HBO series. I still got to finish the Harry Potter movies. I'll be honest. There's like 3 movies I haven't seen. Oh, look, man. I caught up on Lord of the Rings, all right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Hobbit.
I'd rather you watch Lord of the Rings.
I haven't seen Hobbit, but hey, caught up on Lord of the Rings. One series at a time.
You drive me insane.
I'm getting there. Getting there, man.
You drive me mad. Okay.
NetherRealm Studios is the other one. Following Mayday Games filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and Warner Bros. Purchasing all of its assets, NetherRealm Studios was born from the ashes of Midway Chicago. The studio has been a hub for the development of fighting games, as it revived Mortal Kombat from the modern era and the DC Universe fighting game series Injustice. Yeah, NetherRealm, dude, the GOATs. Fighting games. Certainly up there.
Yeah. That reminds me, I gotta finish Mortal Kombat. Shoot. All right, let's continue.
But hey, you know what I gotta eventually play? I gotta play some of the Batman Arkham games, dude. Because Rocksteady Studios, they could be under that umbrella. Famous for its work on the Arkham series, the last game from Rocksteady Studios was the critically panned Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's rumored that the developer is returning to the Arkham series for its next project. Probably the right decision, because, yeah. Hey, dude, like, we're seeing all the live service crumble down. My optimistic view, I can only hope that they're just gonna be like, you know what? Let's stop chasing the live service bubble, and let's just like make some money on games we know could work, right? Like single player experiences, or because this is just we're losing respect for these studios. You know what I'm saying?
We are. They kind of abandoned them, didn't they? And it just ruins the entire, well-established highly popular IPs that are predominantly known for their stories getting abandoned is a freaking travesty in video games. Like the history
Yeah.
of video gaming. It drives me mad. They're like IPs I would love to see back that you
Oh yeah.
just there's nothing there for. I don't get it.
Yeah,
No
dude.
love.
I was saying Splinter Cell, Ubisoft. Yeah. I'm just getting
Yeah,
depressed. All
man.
right, move on.
Yeah. Dude, you want to see Splinter Cell? I thought about this earlier. I want to see a Mega Man game.
That'd be sick.
It's been a long time.
Wow, bro. TT
Oh,
Games,
yeah, man.
baby. TT Games. This Telltale? I don't know what this is. Acquired by Warner Brothers in 2007, TT Games is a holding company overseeing several other studios that produce PC, console, and mobile games. The company is famous for developing games based on the Lego toy line. Okay, yeah, no, that is not Telltale. That is the Lego series. Great games. Great games, from what I've heard.
The bestest.
Have ever
Yeah,
played
I
Lego
heard
Batman?
they're
No.
absolutely.
But
I actually have. I played it at my sister's.
there
Uh,
you
my niece had it. It was actually shockingly amazing. I was like,
go.
I thought it was gonna be a joke, and I was playing. I was like, oh my god, like this is sick, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I highly recommend some of these, man. Honestly, they're popular for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. Traveler's Tales, the primary development division of TT Games, Traveler's Tales has produced 22 Lego games to date, and it's currently working on Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. That is correct. That is correct. TT Fusion is another one. TT Fusion is a division focused on porting TT games to handheld platforms. TT Games Publishing, there's a lot of like TT games going on. That sounds out of context. TT Games sounds crazy, but hey, we're just gonna keep rocking with it. Double T Game. Okay, that's probably not better. Founded in 2003 as Giant Interactive Entertainment and reorganized as a division of Double T Games in 2005 following its acquisition. TT Games Publishing handles publishing duties. Of course, TT Odyssey. There's a lot of TTs going around, Mike. I don't
know
like
that's
this.
what's. I'm trying not to laugh too hard.
I don't like this. Too much TTs. A mobile games developer founded in 2018. Okay, no more TTs. All right, moving on.
Hey.
Warner Bros. Games Montreal, founded in 2010. Warner Bros. Games Montreal developed Batman Arkham Origins and Gotham Knights. The studio also supported Batman Arkham City to the Nintendo Wii U in 2012 and assisted in development of Rocksteady Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Bob. Warner Bros. Games Boston. Here we go, Mike. Here we go. All right, hold on.
All right, yeah. All right,
Founded in 1994 as Turbine Inc.
Woo!
And renamed to Warner Bros. Games Boston following its acquisition in 2010. The studio is best known for its works in MMORPGs like Dungeons and Dragons Online and yes, The Lord of the Rings Online.
Heck yeah, dude.
Give me my
You've
game.
been wanting to play The Lord of the Rings
Lord
online.
of the Rings game.
I just love how you're so like into it now.
On you, bro.
Yeah, very cool.
I bought him with a coworker over. I probably mentioned that. He's a coworker. I told him I watched all of them, and he's like, "Dude, yeah, they're amazing." I was like, "I missed out, dude." Like, Warner Bros. Games New York, formerly known as Agora Games. Warner Bros. Games New York specializes in building online features and web-based communities for video games. You got Warner Bros. Games San Francisco, founded in 2013. Warner Bros. Games San Francisco focuses on mobile, social, and free-to-play games for Warner Bros. IP like Harry Potter and the DC Universe. That is the end of the list. A lot of Warner Brothers, a lot of TT games, like just a lot of you know, promiscuous studios, you know. But
yeah,
but this could all be under Paramount's umbrella. Is the point of the article? It's kind of crazy. It's a lot of money. It's interesting to see kind of Paramount they're just trying to like gobble them up. Netflix had, I guess, their hand in it too, trying to get their own bid. But hey, Netflix lost, and now their gaming division is.
Facts. It's always got me nervous though that when you get these types of acquisitions, people can just abuse it. Like it could just be the problem with private equity and like investments and investors getting involved. They just want to see the number go up no matter what. And this could just be another like I don't know what to say acquisition to make number go up, not an
Yeah.
acquisition to make better products
For the betterment
end
of
consumer.
yeah.
Because like I feel like we don't build anything for the end products anymore, whether it's like somebody's home or the next grocery store or like a car.
Yeah,
it's
no,
all to make number go up. It's not for the person that's going to ultimately use the product or
yeah,
service anymore,
yeah, dude. I mean,
which is
yeah,
very disappointing to say.
yeah. And there's
Um,
just there's so much. Consumers not first anymore for a lot of things, and yeah,
for think anything,
you could probably make an argument for
ex-
anything.
I maybe healthcare, maybe, and that's like immediate healthcare,
Mm,
and you're getting treated by a dentist, doctor, or like nurse, because
yeah,
their ethical profession, like the professional ethics, require them to give a good service.
right, yeah,
So yeah,
it's
but it's
true.
like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Try not not to be bummed out, but there's a hypothetical situation where we get another Batman Arkham Asylum game. There's another hypothetical situation that we could get some more Mortal Kombat. By the way, the new Mortal Kombat trailer dropped like I think 2 weeks ago, possibly. So it's like there's stuff coming out from
Yeah,
Warner Brothers.
right.
I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully, like you said, with this next Harry Potter game, hopefully soon, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. There's stuff to look forward to from Warner Brothers. I'll be a few and far between, but hey, man. Oh, let's try and go up.
What's a fact? Got to get it going. Got to get it good.
Microsoft's trying to go up on Xbox mode, baby.
That's a fact.
X
Okay.
Games
This
mode.
one's a yo. You know what's so wild about that time? X Games, everything was called Extreme. X everything. Hyper X, Extreme. The X stands for
X.
Extreme. All right, whatever. Xbox, Extreme Box. Oh man, early 2000s was freaking
X
wild.
go game.
Oh my god, you did not just do DMX RIP.
Rest peace.
Oh, forgive me. All right, all right, what do we got here? Engadget, senior editor, Devendra Hardawar. What a last name, Hardawar. Okay.
Hard.
He is that's an Asian last name, isn't it? Like Indian?
Oh
Pakistani? I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
I think so.
Yeah. It's a sick name, to be honest.
That's the name.
I don't think we've ever covered his articles before, which is why I brought up his name. It doesn't sound familiar. But glad we're covering him now. So this could be a pretty cool article. It's about Microsoft's full screen Xbox mode, and that's in quotes, will roll out to Windows 11 PCs in April. It took nearly 15 years to copy Steam's big picture mode. Honestly, dude,
Roasted.
let me tell you something. Yes and no. I am so excited. Last night I was watching hockey games in bed from my phone, but I had it connected to my computer. So it was like the computer was hardline streaming directly to my phone because for whatever reason all my login information's on my computer, and I was like, dude, I don't want to log in like with the apps and stuff like this on my phone. So I was like, because the apps get really wonky, especially the ESPN streaming app. It's like, nah, log in on the web browser on the computer, watch it on my phone. If this gets set up and it actually works functionally correct, I'm so stoked for like the future of window big mode on
Yeah.
Xbox PC, because I'm gonna set up my own portal to play games on the
Oh, there you
cloud.
go. That'd be sick.
The cloud will no longer apply to me. That's what I'm saying.
I will ascend above the cloud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. All right, so Microsoft first debuted its full screen Xbox experience on Windows in the Rogue Ally X handheld. We covered that multiple times. In a bid to compete with Steam's nearly 15-year-old big picture mode. That Xbox interface eventually made its way to the other Windows 11 gaming portables last year. Today at GDC, Microsoft revealed that its big screen Xbox UI is headed to all Xbox 11 devices, including laptops and desktops, in April. Oh yeah, and it's now simply called Xbox Mode. Xbox Mode will only be available in select markets at first, and Microsoft describes it as bringing a controller-optimized experience to your Windows 11 device, letting players browse their library, launch games, use Game Bar, and switch between apps. Just like Big Picture Mode for Steam. Microsoft didn't have much else to share about optimizations in Xbox Mode, but when it debuted the feature in Windows 11 Insiders last fall, the company noted that its task switcher will let people quickly move between games as well as their apps. Dude, that's crucial, and I really do hope that it works correctly, because when I'm playing sometimes with these Halo kids, Halo 2, 3, sometimes 4 on MCC, it is such a pain to join their parties on Xbox. So like the Xbox app. So if I or in game, and if I have Xbox mode, everything will natively just come like it should at
Yeah.
least, and that's desperately needed. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Would you ever use this?
I mean, I would definitely check it out because, yeah, I think to your point, like, there's a way to, like, if I'm just in game mode, I'm like, I just want to play some games, like, no fluff, no
Yeah.
nothing. Like, yeah. And if this actually does work to, like, optimize that experience and, like, get rid of, like, just all the bloat and stuff that comes with Windows, like, I'd probably hop into it every now and then. I'm just, like,
Yeah.
focusing on games.
You know what I would do? Is I would never
So,
buy an Xbox again.
I mean, Project
I would
Helix, what's
build.
that? Like, I
See,
don't know.
I would. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a second. But I would literally just build a stationary, like small form factor PC
Hmm.
and just put it in the living room because you can make it look
Yeah, man.
anything you want. It can be custom built, custom setup. You can do anything you want, and it'd be fantastic to have that in like the living room.
Yeah.
Now we got to have TVs with display ports. Shut. That would suck.
Well, hey, man, like, I mean, the recent HDMI iteration's pretty good. Like, obviously, it's
Yeah,
not as
sure.
good as the
Yeah,
DisplayPort. But I mean, hey, man, it could probably
yeah,
give you higher frames than 60. So
that's a fact.
there you
You
go.
really only need like 120 if if you're doing console
Yeah,
like shooters and console games.
playing
You only
on
need
display
120,
that
bro.
big, like, yeah,
Yeah, what are we doing?
it's probably
What are we
fine.
doing?
120 is fine.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it going. So Microsoft revealed at GDC today that it plans to start sending Project Helix systems, likely kits, to developers next year. Last week, Xbox CEO Asha Sharma, newly appointed by the way, announced the Project Helix codename and confirmed that it will play both PC and console games. Xbox VP of Next Generation Jason Ronald also noted that the new system will be built on AMD's next generation technology, which sounds very similar to what AMD will be bringing to Sony's PlayStation 6. This is why I always told people to buy stock in AMD. They're in freaking everything.
Telling you.
Microsoft also has some geekier developer focused news for the Game Developers Conference. Advanced Shader Delivery (ASD), which first appeared on the Xbox Rogue Ally, will be made available to all developers on the Xbox Store. ASD allows delivery or delivers to pre-compile shaders, so you're not stuck waiting for them to get processed on your system. What does that say? That should also help to avoid the shader stuttering, so common when playing a new title, since shader processing often occurs in the background too. Direct storage, Microsoft's technology for speeding up game loading on NVMe SSDs, is also getting support for Z standard compression as well as a tool called the Game Asset Conditional Library. According to Microsoft, that tool enables improved compression efficiency while simplifying asset conditioning across production pipelines. Microsoft also plans to give developers a glimpse at how next generation machine learning will be implemented in its DirectX gaming API. Ooh. Honestly, this is a
Okay.
good step forward for Xbox after that huge freaking L of them backtracking on everything they were working on, because now it means they can go sort of back in time to build something like the Xbox, everything's an Xbox kind of thing. It's kind of like making the Xbox more modular. Like, oh yeah, you build your own Xbox. Here's Xbox mode. Just have it run Windows 11 PC.
Yeah,
Makes
exactly.
sense.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, we talk about the campaign of like the campaign of everything's an Xbox and like how
Mhm.
they kind of want to stray away from that, bring back a console, but I don't know. It makes you wonder if like they've opened up Pandora's box already and they won't be able to close it. It's kind of like, all right, well,
Yeah, that
this
could be
may just
part
be
of
your
it.
new
Yeah.
reality, right? And so like if you come up with an Xbox mode and you can run it on any Windows machine, like anything's an Xbox that has Windows. It's like So, um, but I mean, yeah, I mean if you're optimizing like hardware stuff around it too to make it more efficient, I think it's a great thing. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see like if this actually helps performance. Isn't just
I
some
I
fluffy
hope it
show.
will.
I don't know.
I have a feeling it's gonna probably replace the Xbox game launcher, maybe
Might
somehow, or
could.
maybe
I
it can
mean,
be
I don't
integrated
know.
into it. It's just a switch. I would
Yeah, I
prefer
mean,
that, similar to what Steam does.
yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like you talk about Steam Big Picture, the article talks about that too. It's like maybe it's something in that vein, which I'd be cool with. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Um,
I wonder. I'm gonna Google because are you a part of the Xbox like early adopter thingy that they have?
I don't think I am actually, but probably should register
Uh,
for it.
You could definitely just sign up whenever you want. I'm curious when it plans to be available. So obviously, we just talked about how it's starting in April. I'm curious if they're going to roll it out before April to early adopters or whatever it's called. No, there's literally no articles at all that talks about it. Do they make Windows for the TV? Imagine you get like a cracked version of a TV that you
Yeah.
have, and then
Hmm.
just make it run. I probably wouldn't even have the hardware to do that.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
I'm acting reckless.
I mean, PlayStation and TVs. That's all I think about. You can start mentioning game software on TVs.
Yeah, yeah, true.
True.
Yeah, man. Well, that's the articles that we have today. It was a good little recap. Good to be back in the saddle after taking a nice little week off. I feel like I've been coughing a few times now, and now I'm nervous. I hope I'm not getting sick. I can't afford to get sick. I ain't got the time. It reminds me of that movie. I ain't got time to bleed.
I got time for that.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Oh,
Nah, it's all good though. But yeah, dude. You have anything else to add? Any other articles? I think we wrapped it all up.
yeah, no, I don't think I have anything else to add. So, yeah, no, it's definitely good to be back. Taking a week off, kind of reset, feeling good.
Oh yeah.
Um, so yeah, dude, it's glad to be back. Make it a weekly thing again.
You
Back
back,
on the
baby.
Saturday, I'm excited.
I'm so excited. It's so crazy it's Wednesday right now too.
So yeah,
Wild.
man, it's
All right.
pretty insane.
Well, I am getting pretty sluggish, and I got a couple of things left to do for work, and I'm probably gonna skip out just so I can go to sleep. I got an 8 o'clock meeting in the morning, so I'll prepare for that, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Your boy's tired, but we still go on again next week for sure. I was kind of nervous that I would end up having to miss it, but because of my scheduling, I won't miss it. So we'll see you guys back next week. Do you have So we got nothing to add. We do have links in the description below if you want to check them out later. We have timestamps as well. And if that's really it, then I guess this has been the M2 podcast. And I'm Michael Ante, and that's Kyle Heath right there. And we'll see you in the next one. Just take it easy.
Certainly will. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Adios.